Welcome to this video on using seminars to manage your virtual events. In today's world, it's increasingly common for live training to take place online. From Totara version 13.4, seminars can be easily integrated with Microsoft Teams or Zoom to set up your live online events directly within Totara. In this video, you'll have a look at how to do that. To get started, you'll need to enable the Virtual Classroom plugin you want to use. I'll go to Plugins and Virtual Meetings. I'll select Zoom Meeting, but you would use a very similar process if you chose Microsoft Teams here too. On this page, you're asked to enter the client ID and client secret from Zoom. You can get this information when setting up your Zoom app. There are detailed instructions on how to do this in our technical documentation, which you can find via this link. You only need to do this once for your site. I'll enter my client ID and the client secret for my Zoom app. Then I'll save changes. I've now enabled the Zoom integration on my site. Let's imagine I'm now a trainer setting up a virtual event in a course. Here I can see the seminar activity. I'll choose to view all events and add event. The event is set up like any other seminar. I'll start by setting the date and time. Virtual classrooms are added to the room for the event. You'll need to create an ad hoc room by going to the Create tab and entering a name and capacity for the room. Now you can select your virtual room provider from this drop-down. Only providers which are enabled at site level via the plugin will be shown here, which is why I don't see Microsoft Teams as an option. Note that if you don't use Zoom or Microsoft Teams, you can still create a virtual classroom here by choosing Custom Virtual Room Link and then adding the URL of the virtual classroom you wish to use. Of course, to do this, you need to have set up your virtual classroom in advance. But I want to use Zoom, so I'll select Zoom Meeting. At this point, I need to connect to Zoom. I'll enter my Zoom details. I'll select OK to add the Zoom room to my seminar event. The virtual classroom is now listed as the room for my event. I'm happy with the rest of the details, so I'll save changes. Note that because I've set up the room using my Zoom account, I'm the only user who can edit the room. If another trainer needed to edit the details for some reason, they would need to delete the room I've set up and add their own, using the same simple process. If you select the room link, you're taken to the details of the room. Because I'm logged in as a trainer, I have two options on this page: to host meeting or join as attendee. Note that anyone with trainer or higher level permissions in the course can host a meeting, not just the person who set up the room. If you use Microsoft Teams, you will only see one button here because all attendees join in the same way, which is just a difference between the ways that Microsoft Teams and Zoom work. Now let's have a quick look at the learner experience. I'll view the events for this seminar, and here I can see the virtual room listed. As it's time for the event, I'll select the room to be taken to a smaller looking screen. Notice that as a learner, you only have the option to join as attendee. Be aware that this is a cron-based task, so the event may not show as available immediately. It will show as soon as the cron has run. I'll select this to join the Zoom room. So that's enabling virtual classroom integrations and setting up a virtual classroom event in Totara LAN.